Hello everybody and welcome to the off season. Here in our San Francisco Giants franchise, we have finally hit the end of the year. And now it's time to get into the off season. Who wins the World Series, free agents, contracts, and if we really have to, we will buy a budget to re-sign some players, because our budget right now, in the bank, $5 million. Contracts not looking good. Not looking good for contracts. It's going to be an interesting year. It's definitely going to be an interesting year. But here we go. I'm going to go to calendar and we're going to advance the days one by one and all this good stuff. So let's see. Player called up. Rays called Nathan Eovaldi up. 0 per week. This is where it gets interesting, to say the least. Alright, we're just going to go through. If anything happens, we're going to obviously see it first, but really don't know what to expect. October, World Series, all that good stuff. And there you go. The Dodgers, 100+ win team, have done what they should have done, maybe from the All-Star break, and that is to win the World Series. They defeat the Cleveland Indians, and I mean, the Indians weren't a bad team, 100 wins as well, but you just cannot beat the Dodgers. Let's go ahead. Washington Cardinals playing the wild card. Washington played the Dodgers. Dodgers won 3-1. Dodgers swept the Cubs 4-0. Dodgers beat the Indians 4-1. Cleveland beat the Blue Jays 4-1 in the ALCS. Cleveland swept Seattle, and Seattle had to play in the wild card. Angels get swept by Toronto. Cubs sweep the Mets. So now it's officially time to now get into contracts. Your contract with your pitching coach is ending. You will need to re-sign him or hire a replacement. The offseason is about to begin. You will have 5 days to negotiate contracts with players who do not have contracts for the 2018 season. After this time, those players are eligible for free agency and will be free to negotiate with any organization. You will also have 5 days to tender qualifying offers, 1 year for $17.6 million to your qualified free agents in order to receive draft compensation if they sign. So what that means, if they are a qualifying free agent and they accept the tender contract or the tender qualifying offer of $17 million per 1 year, you will get a draft compensation if they sign with another team. So now it's time to view retired players. Freddie Villanueva, an injury for the Giants. He was only 22. Honestly, I didn't like him anyway, but a torn labrum ends his MLB career. Sad to see him go. He is a Giant after all. Ichiro retires from the Yankees because of age. That's a big one. Anyone else? Ryan Vogelsong, another former Giant. We're not going to go through all these, just the big ones. Ortola Colon, R.A. Dickey, Joe Nathan, a lot of guys. Fernando Rodney, that's a big one. It's division. Pedro Alvarez, I didn't know he was still in the league, to be honest. Joe Blanton, that's just some of them. Yes, I'm sure. So, Hall of Fame inductees, Carlos Beltran and Ichiro Suzuki. Give them a round of applause. Ichiro played 17 years, and in time, 3,000 hits. Beltran, 20 years, In that time, 2,681 hits. Each in their own respective category did very well, and hope they have a good MLB career afterwards. Now it's time to get into the meat and potatoes. So here we go. Refer to the transaction handbook to stay on top of all the important dates and deadlines that occur. So, not really going to get into that. So far, $2.84 million a week for budget. So let's get into the schedule. Exclusive contract negotiations, and then the qualifying offers must be submitted. So let's go ahead. Let's go to manage contracts. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the free agents in the Giants organization. We'll start off, number 1, Madison Bumgarner. The Giants have not yet tendered a qualifying offer to Bumgarner. We're just going to make an offer. We do not want him to go. So, what are we thinking? Well, so far the default 5 years, $155 million. That's $31 million a year, or $1.5, just about $1 million a week. He has to play to that potential. How old is he? Well, guess what? He's only 28, so 5 years would not be bad. Let's see if we can knock it down, though. Let's go $153 million. Let's save a couple here. He will be our ace. There's no team option. Salary guide, 1+ years. He's 28, all that good stuff. He is free agent, eligible, obviously, but we're going to offer this to him. And there we go. He's our top interest. Let's go down the list. Unrestriction, arbitration eligible. What do we want to do with him? Well, he played great as a setup for us. He gave us a lot of good innings out of the pen. We're going to make an offer to him. 5 years, $19 million. I don't know how that sounds. Let's go $17.5 million. Option. No team option. He would be our closer. That is a big one, because that would relieve oh god, who's our closer? That would relieve, where is he? Let's try and find him. Okay, I guess we don't have a closer. Mark Melancon, that's his name. That would relieve Mark Melancon out of the closer. I trust Hunter Strickland. I do. I trust him. So we're going to offer him that contract right there. Matt Moore, just like Bumgarner. I like him. 75 mil, 75.5 mil a year. We're going to try and knock that down to, let's go 73 million. 5 years, same as Bumgarner. He would be our ace. But, he would be an ace. That's his expectation. But honestly, he would be in our rotation. So to make up for that, I think it's only fair to offer him more. $78 million, because Bumgarner's our ace, right? He's our ace. You can't take that away from him. We're going to make an offer. And so far down the list, we have a lot of guys to go. We definitely have a lot of guys to go. Neil Ramirez, this is probably going to be a two-parter, honestly. Alright, we're going to make an offer to him. Neil Ramirez, he wasn't great, but he wasn't the worst. So, he would be in our bullpen. I'm fine with that. Let's go 4 years, though. Let's go 4 years, though. He would be at 32 years old. I'm fine with that. Let's make an offer. Derek Law. He does not have enough MLB service to be eligible for arbitration, so we can only offer him a contract. And honestly, $21.5 million seems fair to me. We're going to try and hurry this up. Hunter Pence, this is a big one. He is 34. Now, that can hurt us. That can also help us, though. So with that, Hunter Pence, we're going to make you an offer, and we're going to knock you down to 3 years for $14.5 million. He would be basically an everyday role. I'm fine with that. Whatever helps us. I'm going to make an offer. Brian Morris, relief pitcher. He played okay. He didn't play the greatest. I would want him for 2 years, $7 million. That's fine with me. Eduardo Nunez, 30 years old. He played good. He has good speed. He has good hands on the base paths. He has defense. All that good stuff. Make an offer. 5 years though, I don't see it happening. Maybe 3 years. 18 million. That's not going to happen. Let's try 18.9 million. Let's try 18 million. We have a lot of offers, and we don't have bank right now. We have over $73 million invested in this bank. George Contos, arbitration eligible. He didn't really do much for us, so I don't really see a need for him in the MLB. He is 32. We're going to offer arbitration, and we're going to go 1.7 million arbitration. We're going to offer that to him. So there we go. Matt Reynolds. He played good. He's very old, but I do like him. 4 years though, not going to happen. How about 1 year for Matt Reynolds? Will Smith, relief pitcher. Again, he played decent. I like him. He's young. He didn't do too bad. 3 years, 8.5. That sounds fair to me. Nick Hundley, he's our backup catcher. He's 34. And honestly, backup catchers, we need someone reliable. He was reliable. We're going to go 1 year, $5.5 million. Joe Panning, this is a big one also. I like him. He's young. He had some fielding errors. He definitely did. Let's not get our hands tied. He definitely had fielding errors. But you know what? Guess what? He's good enough to regroup. We're going to offer him what he wants. Corey Gearin. This is where we get into interesting territory. Corey Gearin, arbitration available. He's 31, 74 overall relief pitcher. He got caught up with September call-ups. He barely played in the MLB for the Giants. We're going to make an offer. We're going to go 2 years. We're going to offer Zach Dykes. That beard game is on point. He's a closing pitcher. Now remember, if Hunter Strickland accepts this contract, he's our new closer. We cannot promise Zach Dykes an MLB starting role as a closer. So we're going to go 1 year, 90,000. You know what? We'll offer 100,000. Why not? Jerome Nash, 26 years old. He's a top 50 prospect for us. B potential, 72 overall. Make an offer, 100K. Josh Gonzalez, 100K. We're just going to do all these guys at 100K. Brandon Thompson. He really never came out of his shell for the Giants. In AAA, he played okay, but he never came out of his shell until August called. We relieved him for Matt Cain. He started. That was when we had to decide who's our number 5. This guy played his heart out. I like him. I'm going to offer him $5 million. He's 28. It's a good fit. Yasmel Pinto. Now, when Nick Hundley contract offered for qualification, this is going to set up an interesting spot. Yasmel Pinto, we're going to offer, go 3 years, 2.7. Kelby Tomlinson, let's go 4 years, $5 million. 5.1 million. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Evan Garcia, 29 years old, 70 overall. He played maybe 3 games in the MLB. I see him maybe playing on the MLB bench, which is fine. 3 years. Let's go $5.5 million. Michael Cocker, another top 50, just like Jerome Nash. 24 though, 70 overall. He is a closing pitcher. There's a lot of talent And our closers, 1 year, 100,000. Jarrett Parker, he had a couple big games for us. He's 29. I see nothing more than $2 million for 3 years. Lou Machado didn't really stand out to me. I thought he was going to be a lot better than what he did or what his scouting card came back. Because he's 27, that age will scare people. He is a relief pitcher. Let's go 2 years, $1 million. Justin Ruggiano made a lot of fans happy when he hit a lot of home runs. 35 though, he's just so old for his position. He would definitely be a depth player. We can offer him $650,000. Matt Cain, we just have no role for him. We can offer tender qualifying offer, but would we be willing to pay $17.6 million for 1 year? No, we're gonna skip him. Gordon Beckham, 31 years old, second baseman. I see 2 years at $1.2 million. Josh Osich, we're still dealing with MLB guys. It's amazing. Josh Osich, 68 overall, 29-year-old relief pitcher. Make offer. Let's go $3 million for 3 years. That would change it to $1.8 million. Connor Gillespie. Let's go 3 years, $3 million. Interest is very low, but that's fine. Armando Ordonez, 19-year-old third baseman. Let's go 100,000. Andre Clark, 25-year-old, 100,000. J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins, 39 years old. The great late Jimmy Rollins, some might call him. Shortstop, he's still got something in him, right? Well, I don't know what to do with him. Shortstop's an iffy position. He's definitely not a starter over Brandon Crawford. But I feel like his time in San Francisco has come to an end. We're not going to offer him. Trevor Brown, we're going to make an offer here. 5 years, $3 million, that's fine. Scott Macias played good when he played with the Giants. 30 years old though, it'll take a toll on him. 3 years at $2 million. Freddie Lyles, never heard of him. You probably never did either. We're going to make an offer though, 100,000. Jim Shelton, 29 years old, somehow a prospect or an all-star for us. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's an all-star logo. I don't know who this guy is, but all-star, gotta get paid. Sean Valido, 23 years old, relief pitcher. We're going to offer him. A lot of these guys you're going to see, we're going to offer 100,000. Henry Bird, I know he's 21, but he did not do enough in the MLB. He would definitely be a depth player. I like $3 million for him. George Allen, 100,000. Michael Morse, 36 years old. He'd be a 1-year deal, and he would be $550. Daniel Gonzalez, 19 years old. He's still learning. Chris Stratton, 5 years. Let's go $6.5 million. Mac Williamson really didn't help the Giants in any way, shape, or form, maybe except for 2 or 3 games. We'll go 3 years, $2.5 million. Alvin Anthony, a lot of all-stars on this team, 100,000. Woody Shields, 100,000. Gorkis Hernandez, we never really got to see what he could do in the MLB. He never really played. He never started, even in the outfield. He is 30. I like 3 years at $1.8 million. Let's keep it where it is. Jimmy Guzman never developed for us. I don't know what it was. He cannot be good in Double-A. We're going to keep him as a 1 year, 100,000. Willie Lopez, 100,000. Hank McGraw, 100,000. Phil Sexton, 100,000. Albert Suarez, let's calm down there. Not going to offer him. 28 years old. He's a starter. Let's go 3 years, $1.5 million. Ty Black, or Ty Block, however you want to say it. I don't see him as a rotation guy. We have some Marshall, we have Coito, we have Bumgarner, we have Moore. Hopefully 2 of those guys stay. Bumgarner and Moore. 5 years for Ty Blach. He would definitely be a AAA guy. Let's go 3 years, $3.3 million. Edgar Lopez, 22 years old, third baseman. I like his potential. Obviously, he's very young. He can still have a lot to learn. And if we need him for whatever reason, we can call him for Eduardo Nunez. David Rowe. Again, some of these guys you're never going to hear of. Enrique Dorda, Brian Vasquez, Stephen O'Kurt we have heard of. He did not play well for the Giants when we put him in. He did not. Let's just get that straight. 3 years, $1.5 million. Devin Swan. We're going to offer all these guys $100,000 like we have been. Frank Inman, done. Probably good to save money, but you know what? Why not offer them all the same price? Playing Blackburn. Played maybe a couple games, a handful, very few handful. 2 years, $1 million. Everett Santana. There we go. Peter Serrano. Brian Quezada. Thought that said KCD for a second. I was going to get excited. Roger Almanzar. There we go. Michael Tata. Heard about him? Not much. William Cio. I liked him. I like what he can bring to the table. But the age is a factor. Age is definitely a factor. Leroy Soria. Let's go there. We're almost done. Anton Navarre. 100K. Derek Volt. 100. Cody Aragon. 100K. Julio Francisco. 100,000. Joaquin Ramirez. Clayton Gonzalez. We heard his name a couple times. We're going to offer him 100,000. Vincent Shim. I like this guy a lot. Beard game is on point. 100,000. I think he has good potential for the Giants. Ramon Navarro. 100,000. How many guys do we have left? Okay, we have like 2 guys left. Luis Soto, 100. Rafael Ramirez, 100. And that's our contracts. Pending offers, 100. And $14 million. We've already managed contracts. We're not keeping Contos. We're not keeping Kane. We're not keeping J-Roll. We're not offering them. So we're going to hire well, we're not going to hire coaches. We are going to go ahead and do, let's see, first base coach. He said we needed one. Let's see if we can find it. Coaches, pitching coach. We need to hire a pitching coach. We're going to do this very quickly. I like all of these guys. The numbers, though, I don't know. 60 years old, a little too old for us. I like Mario McGregor. That could be a good guy. Let's go Mario McGregor. Make an offer. Team defense, 6. Team batting, 23rd. Obviously, this was our 2013 stats. Yeah. Let's go 3 years for $3.5 million. So, we'll offer him one. Let's go back here. And, should be good now. Exclusive contract negotiations. Let's go ahead and just manage all this. Contos, we're not going to do. Let's just make sure we're not missing anything here. McCain, no. Alright. Let's move on to November 1st. There we go. Matt Moore's accepted the Giants' offer. We have Matt Moore locked up. Corey Gearing is accepted. Derek Law, Stephen O'Kirk, Will Smith, Hunter Strickland, Hunter Pence, Eduardo Nunez, Connor Gillespie. One man we did not see, Mad Bum. Where is he at? Managed contracts. The Giants are currently over their player budget, and we will be unable to sign any free agents unless they freeze some player salary. Well, guess what? All free agents are right here. Caden we didn't want. Contos we didn't want. J-Roll we didn't want. We want Bumgarner. We need Bumgarner. So, with that said, what kind of pay cut can he take? What kind of pay cut can we take? let's try and purchase some budget. I said if we had to, we will. Guess what? This is definitely going to get cut out. But looks like we're going to have to budget about 33,000 stubs. And this is going to be very interesting. This is going to get very, very interesting. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go into this store. And yeah, this is going to definitely get cut out in the video. Don't worry. This is going to get cut out. Good thing stubs are half off, right? Alright. Alright. There we go. Return to application. You know what? I'll leave it in. Why not? Why not leave it in? I'm professional. We're just waiting for it to apply to stubs. There we go. It's going to redeem. Boom. We're going to have to purchase budget. How much budget? I'm not quite sure. But we might as well purchase as much as we can get. Alright. So there we go. Let's see if we can afford Bumgarner now. Let's go 155 million. There we go. Contract offered. Boom. We can offer him. We have 49 million in the bank. Michael Morse. We have not yet tendered a qualifying offer. We're going to make another offer for him. Who's beating us? I don't know. But we're going to tender qualifying offer him. He has until November 12th to accept the offer. Michael Morse, not the biggest threat for us. I would like Bumgarner, but Morse, hey, he can do okay things. So we're going to sim. There we go. The Giants, Madison Bumgarner has accepted the offer. So we have Matt Moore, we have Bumgarner, we have Cueto, we have Samardzija, and we have Brandon Thompson. Yes, we would like to stop simulating. And now, here we go. Michael Morse has accepted the $550,000 offer over 1 year. Yes, we would like to stop simulating. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how we get through our contracts. Today is the last day to tender a qualifying offer. A qualifying offer must be tendered in order to receive draft compensation if the player signs. Will we like to stop simulating? Yes. Manage contracts. Obviously, we are over our budget once again, but you know what? I'm not really sad to see any of these guys go. I'm not. So we're going to sit through date, but this does mean, guess what? Free agents. And guess what? Jake Arrieta is now a Cardinal. 32 years old, 4-year, $70 million deal. So we're going to back out. We're going to go here, transactions completed. Mike Moustakas has been scooped up by the Yankees, and obviously the Cardinals have acquired Jake Arrieta. So free agents, this is where it gets good, because we didn't offer anyone free agent. We didn't offer anyone. So guess what? I don't think we would have enough money, even though we took out that loan. I don't see enough money coming in. I'm fine with not picking anyone up. We can make this team work. We have all August, all September. So schedule, let's go ahead and sim through dates. Let's go ahead and keep simming. Wade Davis to the Angels, 4-year, $40.8 million. Eric Hosmer to the Phillies, 4-year, $54.9 million. We're going to keep going until we get offers. Sergio Romo from LA to Detroit, 2-year, $12 million. Yu Darvish to the Cubs, 5 years, $65.6. So they lose Arrieta, they get Yu Darvish. That's a pretty decent trade-off in my mind. Let's go ahead and keep simming here. November 20th is the next key date. That is the 40-man rosters. It must be set by tomorrow. Players not protected on the 40-man will be eligible to be selected during the upcoming Rule 5 draft. So let's go ahead. Let's go here. Completed. Hosmer by the Phillies. We already covered all this. Red Sox get Lorenzo Cain. Nationals, Jordan Walden. Drog Dyson by the Royals. So, people are making moves. Giants are sitting back. 40-man roster. We have to get this done. So guess what? We have to go into AAA, and we have to call people up from there. At least 2 people. And then we have to cut some guys in AA. So let's go ahead. Let's go to, just by law. Let's go to our right fielders. Who do we not need? Where do we not need them? That's basically what we're looking for. We don't need 3 AA center fielders. We have no left fielders. We have none. So, guess what? Michael Morris, he's not... Everyone's in right field for us. Hunter Pence, Scott Macias. I mean, they can play left field, but there's no true left fielder. I'm fine with calling Evan Garcia up. So we'll move Evan Garcia to the MLB. He'll be a rookie, obviously. Let's go ahead and take another guy from AAA we can see somewhere else. I'm looking. I'm not seeing anybody really. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Mark Melancon's still our closer, so I don't really understand the Hunter Strickland contract. I'm not sure. Not going to question it. Let's go ahead and look at AAA and AA and all that good stuff. I don't see anybody. If we have to call anybody up, let's call Freddie Lyles up to the MLB. There we go. Oh, wait, we can't. He's not on the 40-man. That's okay, that's why then. Let's see. We have 1 left fielder. Let's go ahead and let's see. This is going to be interesting. Who are we going to get rid of? Let's go ahead. Let's send Trevor Brown down to AA. That'll free up a spot. We have to cut a lot of AA guys. That's not going to be fun. So let's go to AA now. Let's start getting into it. So starting pitchers. I don't know. I don't know what we do about AA. This is definitely a quirk here. We have 5 AA relievers. Actually, we have a lot more. 6, 7, 8. Let's get rid of Freddie Reeling. We're going to release him. Yes. Henry Lowe, we're going to release you also. Just trying to free up some space here. 3 AA catchers do not need to be a thing. Let's go ahead and send... Well, let's get rid of Damon Gilbert. We're going to release him. Anybody else? Don't need 3 AAA second basemen. I see none in Class A. We are going to send... Let's see here. Let's go ahead. Let's send Edgar Lopez to Class A. Send him to Class A. Do not need this many outfielders in AA. Let's go ahead and send one of these guys down. Only question is who. Let's send Michael Tata down to Class A as well. Need 2 more guys. And if this is going to happen, it's going to have to be pitchers. Because I don't see anybody else on this radar. 5 starters. We're going to have to leave it at that. We might have to release some more people. It's going to be tough, but we're going to have to. So let's go ahead and go through the list of outfielders. Vincent Shim, I like him. William Seo, age scares me. We're just going to release them all together. 1 more guy, we can actually move someone up to AAA. Let's go ahead. Let's move Dan Lake to AAA. We're going to move him to AAA, and there we go. There's our 40-man set. So that is our final 40-man roster. We're going to sim through date. Got some more quick menu things here. And the Dodgers called up Pedro Baez. Rays have called up Chris Archer. Maybe he was on rehab or the DL. I'm not sure. Well, let's go ahead and get through that. Another important date. Today is the last day to offer arbitration salary to eligible players. They will be free agents. If we do not offer, no, we would not like to keep simulating. Let's sim through dates here. Did our first base coach, did he accept? I'm not too sure. I don't see him anywhere on the board. So let's go ahead and see if he did indeed accept. Coaches, pitching coach, no, he did not. Maybe he signed with another team. So let's go ahead and see if we can offer someone else. Let's go after Joe Girardi. Would be great, but no, we can't. Let's go Brian Villanueva. Make offer $3 million. We're gonna offer him. And let's go one more just to be in case. $2 million per two. This is third base coach for them. Let's go Billy Fugatti. Make offer $3 million, done. Offer two guys contracts. Keep simming. Giants can no longer afford the contract offered to Brian Villanueva. The offer has been withdrawn. Keep simulating. Billy Fugatti as well. So guess what? We can't offer guys money, so make offer. Let's go $1.5 million for 3 years. Let's go $1.6 million. He was not interested. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's go all the way down to $2 million. Not interested. 2.5. There we go. If we cannot get him, we can't get him. Nope, we can't afford him. So guess what? Guess what we are doing now, ladies and gentlemen? We have to go and get budget, purchase more budget. We already have the stubs, so don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and let's purchase budget one more time. Let's go ahead and do a solid, let's do a $20 million budget. We've loaned out $64 million. Somehow we're going to have to pay this back. I'm not entirely sure how, but we're going to have to. So let's go ahead. Coaches, pitching, Billy Fugatti, 2.5. Let's go. And sim through date. Can no longer offer. Alright, that's fine. Guess what? We'll try someone else. Let's go ahead. Let's go with Rick Varela. Offer. There we go. And we are going to sim through date. Can no longer offer contracts to Rick Varela. I don't understand why we can't. I really don't. Brian Dozier got the Astros. In acquisition, or the trade, I guess, Twins acquire Teoscar Hernandez and Joe Musgrove for Brian Dozier. So that's an interesting trade. Let's go ahead, sim through date. All players must have contracts tendered by December 2nd or they will become free agents. This includes all players eligible for contract renewal. Do not stop simulating. Let's go ahead and keep going here. D. Gordon from the Cardinals to the Marlins for Matt Carpenter and Aldemus Diaz. So the Cardinals making moves. They are definitely making moves in the off season. Today is the 2017 Rule 5 draft. I would like to participate. Let's get into it. Texas apparently didn't take anybody. So we're going to pick a player here. And this can be very interesting because we definitely need some guys here. So let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and look at what we need here. Posey, we're fine there. We're fine. Outfield could use definite upgrade. Let's just say that. But I'm looking at shortstop, and I'm looking at some of these guys, and I'm liking Ben Castro. He's 23. 67 overall, though. We'll draft him. Why not, right? Let's go ahead and draft him. A lot of guys don't have picks. I'm not entirely sure why. Alright, next position we'll focus on. Center field. A true right field, or a center fielder, sorry. These are guys from AAA and AA and all that good stuff. So, with that said, let's get into it. We're looking for a solid all-around guy. Most of these guys are okay. Rafael Hernandez will take you. So, 4 years, automatic contracts, all this good stuff. I'm not sure how many rounds there are. Let's see. There are... Wow. There are 40 rounds. Well, guess what? We'll do the first 5 rounds. And then we will simulate. How does that sound? Giants have a full 40-man roster. Alright. We have a full 40-man roster already. That wasn't hard. Never mind. I guess we're not doing the first. Rule 5 draft has come to an end. Any players that you drafted will need to remain on your 25-man roster for this 2018 season, or they may be claimed by their previous team. That sounds fine by me. Exit the Rule 5 draft. Still don't have a pitching coach. Not really sure why. Mario DeWitt. Let's see if we can offer you. Apparently we can't. So let's just keep going. Winter meetings are here. And now it is just December stuff. In January and then February you're getting hyped for baseball. And really that's about it. So all contracts tendered. We didn't do that because, you know, we didn't do that. So $69 million out of loan. This is definitely going to be a year to pay back. Plus with other, just with other stuff going on. Free agents and all that. So, nothing happening so far. We're just going to simulate all the way through though. It's been a interesting offseason. No one, well, I say no one crazy. Yu Darvish to the Cubs, Arrieta to the Cardinals. That's got to get Cub fans crawling under their skin. Who was it? Jason Hayward to the Cardinals as well. A lot of guys going to Philly, New York. Just very, very interesting. So, I'm not really sure why. Okay, apparently we're over our budget. Here we go. Free agents. This is where we sign, guys. This is where magic happens. Apparently we cannot sign anybody, even though we have $69 million in the bank. We still have 1.7 pending in offers, $1.5 million negative cash flow. We're just looking for people that are, you know, just there. So I don't think we'll really go after anybody crazy per se. I mean, a lot of these guys are just 32 and older. Maybe Lindsey Romack. You know, Brandon Belt's good. We could always have him back up first baseman. Or do we go Ramon Padilla? I think we go Lindsey Romack. We're going to make an offer. I don't even think we can. Okay, we can. Cool. Let's go ahead. Sync through date has accepted the offer. So we got Lindsey Romack. Let's go ahead. I know we're over our contract. That's all good there. So we got a first baseman. Let's get some relievers in here. No one too crazy old. Andrew Bailey's interesting. Brian Duensing is definitely interesting. Matt Albers is okay, not the greatest. Eric O'Flaherty's a little whatever. Terry Hesman, he would not be in the MLB. Really, none of these guys would be in the MLB to start off with, just signing them. Let's go after Greg Glenn. Make an offer. We'll offer him, and he is accepted. So I think that's all the big names we're going to sign. We'll take a look one more time, though. Again, no one really too crazy here. Clem Robinson, you know, maybe. Lawrence Shibuya, he could definitely work in our favor. We're gonna offer him $100,000 for a year. See if he accepts. He has. I feel like that could be a steal. Let's see. Hire coaches. I don't think we can offer anybody anyway, so it really wouldn't help us. We can still try though. Let's go ahead there. And yeah, no, you can't even do that. So there we go. Center date, all the way down the road. Can we hire coaches yet? No, we cannot. Not even going to try it again. Accidentally did not look all this, but look at all this completed. Let's go to, actually we can look right here. Josh Donaldson awarded 10 mil, Harper 9.3, Mookie Betts 7.7, Ken Giles 3.5, George Springer 6.7, Carlos Correa 2 million, Garrett Cole 6.5 million, AJ Pollock 4.5, DJ LeMahieu 5 million. So we're going to keep on swimming through the dates here. We are near February. March is spring training. And guess what? The final date of renew contracts for unsigned players who are eligible. Obviously, we're not going to do that. The off season's come to an end. It's time for spring training. We are going to sim spring training, and we are going to get into the 2018 season. Well, the preview season, I guess. Next time out, let's sim spring training. We're going to auto fix lineups. We're going to get into this. Let's see how the Giants do in spring training. It's looking pretty well so far, and we finish 18-12. We're going to advance the regular season. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our regular season. April, May, June, July, August, September. We start the month off one game against San Diego. It's a 4-game set. Then the White Sox, then the Padres again. It's very interesting year. We'll have to see what happens. All-Star break, July 10th. I see a lot of teams we did not play last year. I see 90% of the teams we did play last year. But our cash flow is negative $919,000 per week. We have 8.4 in team revenue. We have negative 9.3 in expenditures. It's not good. That cash flow is definitely gonna not help. But our free agents coming up: Bernard Span, Nick Hundley, Matt Reynolds, George Contos. He's under arbitration. Justin Ruggiano. I guess Contos accepted the offer. Michael Morse on waivers so far. Gabriel Ferreira, Michael Tata, Edgar Lopez. All these guys are under 1 years, so we'll have to do it again with them next year. But three big, definitely big free agents coming up: Bernard Span, Nick Hundley, and Matt Reynolds. That sounds pretty good to me for free agents. Fernando Crespo, Madison Bumgarner. Let's take a look at this team. Bumgarner at our 1, Cueto at our 2, Smarsh at 3, Matt Moore at 4, Brandon Thompson 5. Brian Morris, our only long reliever, will probably call someone up from AAA to get him involved. Derek Law, Corey Guerin, Will Smith at middle relief, Hunter Strickland, Neil Ramirez at setup, and Mark Melanson at close. Here is our lineup. Right-handed pitching, DH. Rule 5 draft, Ben Castro will be in the lineup behind Eduardo Nunez. Brandon Bell, Brandon Crawford, Buster Posey, Hunter Pence, Bernard Span, Evan Garcia, Joe Panic will be our lineup versus righties against the DH. On the bench will be Hundley Macias, Rule 5 draft, Rafael Hernandez, and Kelby Tomlinson. Right-handed pitching, no DH, Nunez, Pence, Bell, Crawford, Posey, Span, Garcia, Panic, and Bumgarner. Left-handed pitcher, Castro will lead off. Nunez, Bell, Crawford, Posey, Pence, Garcia, Tomlinson, Hernandez in the 9-hole. On the bench would be Span, Panic, Hundley, Macias. And no DH, left-handed, Nunez, Pence, Bell, Crawford, Posey, Garcia, Tomlinson, Hernandez, Span, Panic, Hundley, Macias, Castro would be on the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the 2017 offseason. Thank you for watching Giants Baseball here. I'll go in a little bit more detail right after this video, but it should be a fun year. Start off with the Padres. Should be a lot of fun. We'll preview the season even more next time.